What's up, guys? Nolan here, and we have yet again another pre-wipe event today to add to the list, with the flea now being accessible to everybody, level 15 or not, and the fee for the flea is practically non-existent. On top of, we all have 5 slots to post stuff now. This being the 3rd day in a row that we've had a pre-wipe event after the boss is spawning 100% of the time, and labs being free. The wipe is now going to be any day now. However, the only indicator that we have for timing is when they do the fire sale. The fire sale has always been one of the last major final steps, because that is the big FU to the economy. That is the wipe essentially being finished. In recent wipes, it's been the last event, but knowing BSG, if we all go forward assuming it's going to be the last event and say like, hey, it's tomorrow because the fire sales happened today and all that stuff, then they'll just go and make it the second to last just to mess with us. So just know the wipe is any day now, but we don't know for sure until BSG tell us the day that it happens. We did get a proper tease of a date being significant with the 26th, while Nikita did tell us at least it's not going to be the 25th, as he did at least tell us it's not going to be Christmas this year. So we'll see what happens, but at least we're confident it's not tomorrow because the fire sale hasn't happened yet. While on the subject of what is in that wipe, as just a reminder, it seems like everything except for the new Streets expansion, the new starter area excluded, are right on track. We get ammo and presets, we get the recoil rework, we get the armor customization and reworked armor hitboxes with hit registration. Those are plates, those are rigs, those are the new hitboxes, vaulting, climbing, the new blind fire where you can switch over to the left shoulder, weapon bipods and mounting, the BTR on Streets, Lightkeeper services, which Nikita has already confirmed that you're going to be able to hire the goons, you're going to be able to hire Zerachi, the new up to hopefully level 15 starter zone, the RPD, the Scar GL, the Sig Spear, which is apparently going to be 6'8", the new 9x39 guns, the new boss, which I think is going to be for Streets and should be Kabon's brother, Kollontai, achievements, a bunch of balancing changes to the mechanics around armor, damage, movement. This is all stuff that's on the roadmap. A lot of changes to the early game and how quests are going to work and stuff like that, as well as apparently just leveling in general, the skill, weapon mastering, rebalance. There's going to be a lot of changes. This is going to be the biggest change since Streets, but in reality, in terms of like how the game is going to be played, this patch is actually significantly bigger than Streets, and that's not even including Arena. We don't know if Arena is going to wipe with this wipe or not for the base game, because Arena is not currently connected to the base game. We can't move rubles back and forth to the base game right now, so we don't even know if that is going to be a thing or not yet. We'll have to wait and see. If you have any questions, I am live on Twitch right now playing Arena, so come by and ask, please. I'm also going for Twitch partners, so any and all support is greatly appreciated. It also doesn't hurt that I have the top kits unlocked for CQB, so you'll see some cool games at least. Thanks for the support so far, guys. For real, thank you. Now, on the Arena side of things, I wanted to start off with mentioning this isn't like an excuse thing. I don't like having to be the guy that defends BSG all the time, because I just don't have enough information to do that, so it is an impossible task, and I just keep digging myself into a bigger hole by attempting to do that. I wanted to start by saying I don't know why they are doing what they're doing. I'm just trying my best to get good info to you guys, while trying to be at the very least fair to both the community and the devs' perspective, so I hope this helps. Now, with that being said, a lot of you are not going to like what I need to say here, but do me a favor, just try to listen to everything before you click off or do whatever you're going to do. BSG are doing the right thing with the waves. To start off, there's a lot that we're missing. All major gameplay features coming to the base game are coming to Arena, but are not in there right now. That includes the new recoil, the armor changes, the new hitboxes, the plates, vaulting, climbing, shoulder switching, and the ability to use base game kits instead of pre-selected loadouts, which the change that combined list will bring is essentially an entirely new game. BSG are having us test the matchmaking and the networking of the new servers with this limited test that we are seeing. These are not Escape from Tarkov servers. They didn't just take the servers from the base game and say, okay, now a third of these or whatever are Arena servers. These are new, higher tick rates, specifically built for competitive play servers that absolutely need proper testing. These are the debut of these servers. They have not been played on before, or at least the tech is. We're already starting to see cracks that are starting jokes about, you know, esports ready and all that stuff, even though it's still in the initial testing, and they are hitting desync and breaking levels completely on purpose. That's why everyone is being directed to essentially one place. They're also testing the matchmaking systems, which on the skill side of things seem to work great, at least, but more on that later. So when it comes to the wave stuff, that is why they can't and won't let everybody in at once, because all they'll do is break all of the servers and then continue to break them without learning much about why they're breaking, while at the same time getting just shit on for having shit servers, or the game's breaking, or whatever people want to shit on them for. Even though it is the overload and not the base game code that's the major problem. Although the base game code is what they're here to fix, but you know what I mean. If you let the servers melt down because everybody's trying to play at once, you're not going to notice the little things. They're trying to find the little things and fix them before everybody gets in there. So what BSG are doing here is letting people in slowly until something breaks, then they attempt to fix the break, then they sit and make sure that fix didn't break something else, then they let let more people in until something else breaks. It is the right thing to do, and they are testing the specific server infrastructure they have in place for weaknesses before opening up the floodgates. Yes, they focused on content creators getting in so people could see what the game looked like, while content creators are also some of the most experienced and dedicated players, so it was a good choice or good pool of people. If you have limited slots, you want to make sure that you'll get the most testing from those players in those limited slots, and someone whose job it is to play the game and also knows everything about it would be a great choice. I'll also add that those first 50 games were fantastic. It was the best Tarkov experience I think I've ever had, so the foundation is there at least. Now, once people started snowballing, gear advantages and the servers started running into issues, the problems definitely popped up and now they're staying there. But again, limited test, this is the stuff that we're here to do. Now, to cover those problems, that is the sound, the progression, and the class balance, with an honorable mention of desync. BSG are putting out a patch today for class balance, which they'll be looking for feedback on. The only thing I've heard about is Painkiller being added to Saboteur, so if you're stuck on that class, don't worry, some help is coming. We'll see what Painkiller they add to it. My guess is either going to be a Vaseline or an Algan. If they post patch notes, I'll add them right here, or just follow my Twitter or join the Discord, both linked below. On that note, you'll also find any updates regarding invite waves into Arena there as well. So the progression is rough, but the quick answer from BSG is that they are open to feedback, while the PvE modes and unranked modes will help progress classes. There's also talk of a specific gear score matching system, as well as a ban system or some kind of trading system like in CSGO or Rainbow Six Siege or League of Legends. There's a lot that's not in this test. The major issue right now is that there literally is no way for you to progress unless you fight people at your skill level with better gear than you, which is just insanity. Even for a limited test, that is just, again, insane, and nobody's ranking should be taken seriously right now. The people at the top, myself included, because I'm up there too, are running games against people who mathematically stand very little chance of beating them, and they just keep moving up. So yeah, anybody bragging about being the top rank right now needs to check themselves a bit. Obviously, they are skilled for being there in the first place. Recognition for that is warranted, but the gear balance is really not there. So again, pour a bunch of salt on that for now. The sound is just rough. I think entire portions of the maps have their audio zones placed incorrectly. Looking at you, Green Crate on Bay 5. If you know, you know. We've of course been used to that with Tarkov, but I thought they would have had that nailed down for Arena. But it seems like we're also waiting for updates on the sound with the new tech that they're trying to get working on the base game, I guess. I don't know how much crosses over, but there for sure is still sound issues, just like the base game. At least that's the excuse that I could see. We're, I guess, going to need to wait longer for that one. The last piece is desync, and that's the honorable mention simply because it's being forced right now. BSG are far from perfect, and I'm not saying that they'll be able to absolutely fix everything to perfection, but the first day of Arena was flawless. We need to keep that in mind as like a foundation, as like, you know, at least there's something there. The game ran great and everybody was having fun. When they started pushing more people and the kits started becoming unbalanced, then that's when breaks popped up. The desync is specifically being forced to happen because they want to see what causes it. It's like pumping air into a tire covered in soapy water to find the punctures. BSG are looking for the bubbles. Then they need time to fix the punctures before they go and ride the tire on a sharp gravel or pothole or construction road or whatever to see how strong it is. That is what's happening right now. On top of that, they are open to feedback, so if you have anything, let me know. Jump in my stream or jump on my Twitter, jump on the Discord, do all that stuff. They are listening for feedback. And if you have any questions, I'm live right now on Twitch, linked below, but you can follow me on Twitter or join the Discord as well for the minute-by-minute news. These videos take time to script and edit, but up there, the second I hear something, I can post about it. To support what I do, tell me whether or not a Patreon is a good idea in the comments. I'm thinking about making one. Otherwise, click all the buttons on the screen. Check out my other channels for other games right here. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a nice day. See you guys.